Halloween Havoc is live, and so are we. Let's talk about it. Here we go.
Let's go. This ain't the Rock Night. Oh, this game he stinks.
Oh shit!
It's gone.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of In This Very Ring, right here live on A2D Radio. I am the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be, the commissioner known only as Ritz, and joining me each and every single week is the mayor of Toasty Town, the man, the myth, the legend, Butters. Butters, what's going on, man?
Nothing much. Just sitting here, having a good time with a good Zoa.
Dork.
You damn well skip it, son.
So, we've got a lot going on tonight. This was originally going to be a Halloween Havoc reaction show, recap, whatever you want to call it. The main event is still going on live. So that's why, and mind you, our original plan, we're just going to recap to it. I couldn't get out of work on time. That's why we're not back there doing the show like a reaction show like we normally would.
Yep.
You weren't expecting the main event to still be on.
Right? It's NXT.
Yeah. We were thinking they would end right as we were going on the air. So we're going to change things up a little bit. Also, none of us expected the Phillies game to be as incredibly high scoring and as intense as it's been. It's currently 9-6 Phillies, the top of the seventh.
Wait, they're playing tonight?
They're playing tonight. This is game 4. Astros won earlier today. We're on the road to Astros-Phillies World Series, and I love it.
Oh, I fucking love it. I'm ready for it.
Win-win for
Bring
me.
it. Bring it, bitches.
But, so, throughout the entire night, or as long as it all goes, we're going to talk NXT Halloween Havoc. We're going to recap things here. We're going to keep our eye on the Phillies game. We've got a lot to cover. I say we have all the time in the world, but we really don't, because we're supposed to keep it within our normal parameters. But right now, we have the triple threat match for the NXT World Title. Braun Breaker, Ilja Dragunov, and JD
McDonough.
Thank you. I didn't have it up in front of me. I'm doing a million different things over here. This producing station looks like a cluster. That's happening in the ring right now. Dragunov and Breaker in the ring. JD on the outside. Our episode is brought to you by our friends at Allen Z Travel. We can't forget about them through all the chaos and all the confusion. They sponsor us each and every week. They specialize in creating the vacation of your dreams at Disney, Universal, or wherever your heart calls you. Let their talented team of travel experts create a custom vacation for you without any of the stress. Allons-y on over to allons-travel.com/take the trip to get in touch with one of their incredibly talented travel agents and start planning your next magical vacation today. Holy crap. All right, we're through the intro. Check. Check. Okay. Now, our topic of conversation, which in hindsight, I'm going to reword it because you had it right. In hindsight, you had it right earlier when you sent it to me. But I was like, no, we'll be off the air. Wrong. So, I just changed it. Thank God for producing power. And it's brought to you by our friends at SpecializedPhysicalTherapy.com. Dr. Paul Vidal and his team in Burlington, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. They're the best in the business at what they do. They're our doc. Make them yours. That's Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy. The
Yes, Pete, to
landscape
answer
of
your question.
NXT. What?
No, sorry, I was telling Pete to answer his question. Yes.
Yes. The landscape of NXT will have changed after Halloween Havoc. Now, we already know that Mandy Rose has retained her title. We know that Julius Creed has won, so his brother gets to stay in NXT. We know that there's a new North American champion. Will we have a new NXT World Champion by the time this match is over? That's a question to you, Butters.
I think we will tonight. I think we will see a new NXT World Champion. I think we will see the landscape of NXT changing. It kind of needs a little bit of a change to give it a better push. I know Triple H calls this the developmental, territory, so to speak. But I think right now we're in the right direction of a change for the landscape of NXT. So I will have to agree that, it will change. After tonight, things will change.
And I'm very prone to agree with you because as the night was progressing, and even as you messaged me last night, and I'm going to get to it in a minute. I promise. I'm going to.
No, you good. You good.
I'm just now. Screw it. Brian Daly chiming in. What's up, fellas? Catch Brian every Tuesday on Hockey Happy Hour. Flyers off to a hot start this year. They might actually have some life in them. Says, killing it, Andy, as you always do. Appreciate that. And he even goes on to say nothing else. I thought he had more. Greg Milakovic, what's up, fellas? Let's go, Phillies. Absolutely. Ryan Brodo. I have to channel this the right way. Hello. This is your automated Phillies update system. I will be here when needed.
Oh, I love it.
Ryan goes on to say, I'll tell you what changed. The landscape of my fucking house. It's a war zone over here.
That was actually perfect for a war zone.
Pete Evans from Birds of a Feather, yo, brothers. Isn't the main event still going on? Absolutely. Can we answer the poll by saying to be determined? No. Answer it now. Nope. I think the next champ is Carmelo. Maybe a Theory cash in. And I'm really glad that Pete said that. Also, thank you. Thank you very much. Brodo says very good. 11 out of 10. I'm really glad that Pete said that because I was thinking about this on my way home today. Last night when you messaged me, you were like, are we going to do a recap show? Do we want to do a reaction show? And I was like, honestly, let me take a look at the card and see if I care at all. And it's almost sad to say NXT is just kind of existing for me right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because both Mandy and Braun have been at the top of the division. The tag titles in a weird state right now because they just merged them and you have the stuff going on with the Brutus brothers, the Creed brothers, and
Damon Kemp.
It's taking away from Pretty Deadly. They're wrestling two schmoes I've never heard of on Tuesday.
Oh, Jesus.
You might be a little bit ahead of me. What a headbutt. Was that what you were OG'ing?
Oh, God, yes.
Okay.
The attempt at a power slam into a headbutt. Oh, my God.
So when you look at all these different factors of what they have going on, individually, these are decent stories that are being told.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have Schism reveal that fourth man on Tuesday.
I don't think it's going to be a man.
It might not be, but based on his promo, he said for men.
Okay.
So I'm taking that at face value right now. You could be absolutely right. And then when you look at the NXT Women's Champion, tag team champions, they're defending their titles. So both tag titles are on the line this Tuesday. Why they weren't on the line tonight is beyond me, but that's okay.
Probably because they already had enough matches on the card. They don't want to pull AEW and have an all-nighter.
No, I understand that. And again, that's why I say it's okay. Right? It's totally okay that they're not on the card. It's fine. Because
in
hindsight, again, we've gotten really good matches tonight.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say. The same thing. We've got some great match after great match tonight.
Exactly. Now, NXT needs a shakeup. We already kind of went back towards the black and gold a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
We are starting to see a little more crossover. We're starting to see some things just being very fluid when it comes to NXT. A Theory cash-in would 100% change the dynamic, change the landscape, just totally and utterly change everything that we know to be Tuesday night WWE TV.
Yep. I mean, him just coming out on NXT Tuesday just to tease it. Makes you wonder. It's like you totally forget that, hey, everybody's, debating on when he's going to cash in on Roman, but everybody also forgot he's still got NXT to cash in on.
Yep.
Because a lot of people, even I did, I'll be honest with you, Rhea did it to, not Rhea, I'm sorry, Charlotte did it to Rhea.
She absolutely did.
So we're all thinking Theory's going to cash in on Roman, we're going to be pissed, or Theory's going to cash in on Roman, and we'll be happy because he got his ass beat, and we all forgot at the same time, oh shit, he can cash in at NXT, dummy me.
Yeah. The cash in at NXT is such a game changer, and it's such a chaotic mess of things.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't be happier though if Theory cashes in here, because it makes the most sense. We've said before, how is Theory going to cash in on Roman? What's going to make the most sense?
This right here makes so much more sense than him cashing in on Roman.
Exactly. Sorry, my phone is blowing up right now.
Oh, you are perfectly
between the game, between NXT, between this. It's an astonishment that I'm able to stay focused for 15 seconds to formulate a sentence and get it out there. And I barely said that one correctly. So, Butters, let's jump right into it. Again, as this match is going on live, we see a big powerbomb from Dragon off the breaker, 2 count. Another weird pinning attempt by Dragunov. Whatever, screw it. Chrome chiming in. Hey, fellas, hope you're having a great evening. Money in the Bank cash in at NXT is a huge waste of the Money in the Bank. You guys are fucking crazy. I don't disagree with that statement either, though. Right? That's where I go back to the Money in the Bank right now with Roman as champion and Theory coming out on Tuesday. Shut up, Siri. It's such a clusterfuck.
That was so fucking random.
Well, she activated, and I didn't need her speaking on air. It's not time for her to debut yet. It's such a clusterfuck of what are they going to do, because we've talked about it a million different ways, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do they book Theory for Roman? And nothing really makes sense. I don't like anything I've come up with. I don't like anything I've heard. Is somebody else going to beat Roman and Theory's going to beat them? Maybe. Kind of hope not, but I understand it if that's the way it is too.
Especially with the way Theory's been booked lately to look weak with all these matches he's lost. Because you question, if he's been losing these matches, if he looks this weak, how the hell is he going to cash in on Roman?
Exactly.
He needs a few big wins to build himself up a little more if he's going to cash in on Roman.
I don't disagree to that statement either.
So
I just don't know. And we talked at nauseum a few weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago even, at what were they going to do with Theory and the title and the Money in the Bank, and
yep,
nobody knows.
Nobody knows
Nobody
what
has
to do.
a damn clue.
It's hard to do it. It honestly, in my opinion, it wouldn't matter who it would be. At this point, it could be somebody else holding money in the bank, and you still wouldn't. You'd still be asking that same question: what are you going to do with it? How are you going to do it? Who's going to, because the way they've booked Roman, they've almost booked him into a corner.
Yep.
The same thing happened with the Fiend. When the Fiend was champion, it's you back yourself into a corner, and now you're trying to dig out, and the more you dig, the more dirt the bigger the hole you're digging yourself.
Mm-hmm. No, and you're absolutely right. What the hell am I looking at now? Okay. You're absolutely right there. As we watch, we'll cut back to Halloween Havoc here for just a second. Braun Breaker back in the ring, JD upright, Dragunov down in the middle of the ring. These two men going back and forth. I think we're going to see a conclusion to this match here in a second. The straps are down for Breaker. He's lining Dragunov up for a spear. Here it comes. Dragunov with a big knee to the face. I think he's going up top. Could this be Dragunov's moment?
I was about to say, I'm ahead of you, so I'll let you keep going.
Yeah, keep your mouth shut.
No,
Dragunov with a big senton.
Nothing big's happened yet. I'm just saying it's...
Okay. Do you think it's close to ending too?
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
Okay. Here he goes again. Dragunov levels him. Can he get the pin? 1, 2. Oh, smooth on JD for stopping it that way.
I've never seen it stop that way before.
I like that. Physically stopping the referee. That was beautiful. And I think Dragunov just said, I'm going to kill you. Something to that effect. And
Jesus.
Ryan Brodo. Phillies update. JT Realmuto, home run, 10-6. House is a wreck.
Sounds like Brodo's not going to have a house by the time this game's over with.
JD McDonald looks like a gremlin. They all look fucking weird. Oh, beautiful Spanish fly onto the floor. And somehow JD came out of that. I love the Spanish flies. Easily one of my favorite things.
That's Spanish fly, lion salt, whatever the hell you want to call it, on the ladder match.
Well, let's get right into the ladder match.
Middle rope, double Spanish fly into the freaking ladder. Oh my God, that was crazy.
It was beautiful. The ladder match, and granted, I missed some of it because there's a big concert going on right here around the house, and I was trying to get some food, and service just cut out for me, and I couldn't get it back till the ladder match was over.
These guys were going crazy in this match. They were putting their bodies on the line. It was like, oh my God, what are you guys doing? You're going to kill yourself. Holy Jesus. Like every moment, I'm just sitting there going, oh my
God. And I love the fact that Wesley was able to pick up the win here.
Yes. They've been... The storyline with Wesley has just been great. Great story told with him.
They really, after his partner was released from the WWE, they really, they really picked things up with him.
He'll be a good singles wrestler. Good mid-card talent.
Absolutely. 100%. Oh, I got to rewind. I'm trying to watch that Spanish fly again.
Ladder match?
Yeah, I went to Twitter, so I'm like multitasking a bunch. Oh damn!
Good. Yeah, that's what.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame because I was thoroughly enjoying the match. Up until the point where I lost signal and service. Von Wagner, I think, is a future star of this industry.
Big.
Easily.
And the way they had to take him, the way they had to take that man out, just astonished me. Throw him pretty much into the crowd and just slam the ladder into him.
Yes.
Speaking of crowd, Did you see the spot where Wagner pulled out the extra long ladder?
Yes, they did. Yes, I did. Did we confirm that somebody got hit with it or not?
I think the ref's actions confirmed that somebody got hit with it.
That's about when I lost service. So what happened? Walk me through that moment. So he pulls it out, and as soon as Vic goes, "Oh," that's when my service just went to hell.
So Von Wagner's pulling out this.
Sorry, pause. Braun Breaker just retained the title.
Interesting.
So, and this is what I don't like. I don't like the fact that Braun again wins. Nobody can beat Braun. Nobody can beat any of their champions right now.
Pete agrees. Me no likey.
Yeah, me no likey either. That was stupid.
But back to this ladder match. Von Wagner's trying to get a bigger ladder, basically. He's getting a big, tall, long one. I think the problem was, I know the problem was, is the ring and the barrier were too close to each other for him to pull out this ladder. At least the spot where they're pulling out. Instead of pulling out from the ramp side, they're pulling out in between the barrier and the ring side.
And he very easily could have turned the ladder. And instead of pulling it out straight, pulled it out sideways.
Well, he was trying to set up for the ladder to be long ways to set up for the nasty spot they did afterwards.
Right.
So when he pulled it out a little too hard. It went into the crowd and popped the fan.
And
that's when the ref's like, hey, get somebody over here. Check on the fan, basically.
Okay.
So at that point, you knew somebody got popped.
Right. Okay. We do a little recap shot here. Breaker standing tall in the middle of the ring. If they don't have... they went to... See, and I'm getting tired of these. We're doing...
Yep, that's all she wrote.
We're doing these events, and Braun's, and actually, I'm going to switch over to the game. Braun is always standing tall at the end of these nights, and it's like, why?
I get it. I 100% get it. You're trying to make Braun the next face of the WWE. You're trying to make him. You need a new superstar that can be in Roman's foot, that can be in somebody else's. That can fill these shoes of Roman Reigns, John Cena, Randy Orton, and you're looking at Braun Breaker, so I get it. You're trying to make him look powerful. You're trying to make him look big before you do this big call-up. But at the same time, you've got to stop booking these unbeatable monsters.
Well, and you're killing the title. You're killing the division. I just don't like it.
And you're going to make the fans go the same route that they went with John Cena with Roman Reigns. They're going to start booing the shit out of him and not liking him.
And
they're forcing him down our throat. They're forcing him down our throat.
I don't think they're forcing him down our throat.
No. But I feel like that's where they're headed if they keep this up. Maybe.
But I think if he doesn't lose this, so they have Deadline. It's their next event in December.
Their last NXT event of the year.
Yeah, if he doesn't lose the title by then I think we're going to have a different conversation. I think that it'll be a vastly different conversation with everybody. With Mandy, with Braun. Because I love Mandy. I love Mandy Rose. There's no denying that. I think everything she's done over the last several years with her career has been incredible. Even the stupid stuff with Fire and Desire was still good. But ever since she broke away from Sonya, she's been on now granted they brought Sonya back to her.
See, this is what pisses me off about tonight. They do this whole haunted house horror thing to get rid of Gigi and JC. You have Alba Fire bring Mandy Rose right back into the car to the ring to get the match started. I'm cool with that. You just eliminated, part of your interruption. You just eliminated a way to be able to stop you from...
You leveled the playing field.
Exactly. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. You level the playing field. So I'm expecting Sonya Deville to come out and help Mandy at this point. What she done the past few weeks, come out with Fire and Desire, But instead, what happens? Magically, Gigi and JC are back in the arena.
Mm-hmm.
Did you fucking Uber back?
Pretty much.
Or did you walk back and it wasn't but half a mile from the, like, it made no sense to have them get stuck at the haunted house only for them to reappear and screw
Or
up
at least
Albert.
now I get Sonya not being there after everything that happened last night on SmackDown. That at least Sonya not showing up makes sense. Right?
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I don't know.
You could have had Mandy win by like dirty means for all I care. But at least make it to where if you set up for Gigi and JC to be gone for the night, keep them gone for the night. If they got stuck at the haunted house because, I was like, hey, I'm going to get rid of them in the haunted house and then I'm going to take Mandy's, happy little ass back in the ring and try to get it, but Mandy wins by dirty means anyways. Cool.
Mandy, or you just have Mandy win clean.
Yeah, that too. I don't care.
Right? She doesn't need to always win by dirty tactics.
Miss the heel portion. That's how I've always
no,
seen it.
I know it is. I know it is. But if you have her win every so often, just clean, some of this stuff becomes a little bit more understanding.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It solidifies who she is as a competitor.
Yeah.
Not that that's in question, but if you're just watching this for the first time, you've never been exposed to Mandy Rose before, some of this, makes me question her athleticism, her this, her that. And you don't want to be doing that. Not at this stage of the game.
Yeah. And tonight proved that she might not be able to do it without Gigi and JC. Because she was getting her ass handed to her until those two girls came down to the ring to
now,
save her.
in all fairness, storyline wise,
that's what I'm saying. I'm getting at story wise. If you look at it,
but in all fairness and storyline wise, she got her ass kicked at the haunted house.
Well,
she put up a really good fight, but she got her ass kicked at the haunted house. Right? Like we can't not bring that up.
True.
Which that was done phenomenally. I love that. I love the cinematic influence there. That was fantastic.
It's been a while since we had a good cinematic.
It was.
And it was honestly, really and truly, it was the perfect night to do it. Halloween Havoc, the Halloween voodoo haunted house stuff going on, which was fun. So, I'll take it. I take it for what it is.
Absolutely. The casket match.
Oh man. The casket match. The fact, and this is, I get it, you got to put your opponent in the casket and close the lid. But the fact that they didn't call that match the moment he went through the lid.
No, I love that.
Well, I can agree, though, to this, that the casket was too small for either one of them to fit in that damn thing.
But I love, because it is said that you have to put your opponent in the casket and close the lid.
Mm-hmm.
And never in WWE has somebody gone through
the lid,
the casket. So there was a big confusion of, well, fuck, what do we do? The rules state that he has to close the lid. So do we make him pull him out and close what remnants are left of the lid?
Mm-hmm.
Or what do we do here? And so I love that little bit of confusion, and I love the setup to bring out the bigger casket. And that choke slam into the casket. My Christ.
Crazy match. First time in NXT to do a casket match. And they knocked it out of the park. This whole night has been knocking things out of the park. It's been great matches all night long.
And that's the one thing I will say is every NXT event the matches are always really good. We're never disappointed.
Well, I mean, we're never disappointed with an NXT pay-per-view. No. I mean, some of the past ones under the Vince McMahon era have been a little, at least to me. But at least now they're back to their, no pun intended, golden era of NXT having fire pay-per-views with match after match on the card.
Mm-hmm. No, and you're absolutely right. The ambulance match, I thought that was great. It was so good for Julius to kind of one step out on his own
Mm-hmm.
and show a little bit more of a brutal, vicious side than I can remember seeing from him.
Yes.
But also, not only did they show a brutal, vicious side, but it also told the story of what he will do for family.
Yes, because he's fighting for his brother's job.
And he was fighting, and I think it was Booker that said it. He was also fighting for the Diamond Mine.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So it solidifies so much about him. This was so multi-layered for him. And Damon Kemp proved that he's all, like, we saw it when he beat up Brutus a few weeks ago with the chair, but he's a vicious one too. He's a sick son of a bitch. Ryan, Phillies update: 10-6, 3 outs away from winning Game 4. I know. I've changed to watching that now. I've already made the decision. I thought I just closed out of everything. Ooh. I've already made the decision for my own safety that if Phillies Astros are the World Series, I'm canceling our show that week. For my own safety.
Why?
Because I live in Houston. I'm a Phillies fan, but I also like the Astros. Like, Astros are my American League team.
I was going to say, Astros have been my team since I was a kid. Like, there's been no other.
Astros are my American League team. Phillies have been my team for years. And I think it helps that, like, I get free tickets to the Astros from time to time. So, you know what I mean? So I'm scared for my own safety during that week. And
I mean, it's a win-win for all of us, really.
It's a win-win for me. Absolutely. Absolutely. But anyway, back to...
It's going to be a win for the Astros if they do. What?
What'd you say?
I just said, it's just going to be a win for the Astros when it happens.
Oh, you are officially on your own.
Wanted. Pa!
Ryan will cook you alive.
Bring it, bitches.
Because you do know that if it is Phillies Astros, everybody will make fun of you.
I don't give a damn. And I'll be making fun of them when the Astros win.
I'm just trying to make you say that a few more times to see if Ryan just goes off the rails.
Go Astros! Go Astros!
Although I did message Ryan, and I was like, because it hit me while I was looking down. The Padres uniforms look like they all work at Nestle Toll House. Like they're just sitting there serving up cookies.
They're serving up cookies while the Phillies are serving up wins.
You could do better, but I'll give you that. Let's kind of transition out of Halloween Havoc for a second. And I want to talk about the incredible MJF promo.
Ooh.
And not even promo. The fact that MJF pretty much ran Dynamite this week. Having that promo that everybody remembers. And
that's to me promo of the year right there.
And then you take a look at what... Now, granted, I think they had to scramble a little bit because of what happened with Hangman. I don't think...
They did.
I don't think it was all supposed to play out exactly that way. I think it was
No.
eventually, but I don't think it was going to play out last night. I mean, not last night, Tuesday night like that.
It was an accident. It was an accident. A lot of people were trying to, bring it. Oh, they were unsafe. No. It was an accident. Shit happens.
Exactly. Watching it back, because I watched it back before we came on the air, again, multitasking and all, and because I wanted it fresh in my head. All right, that works. Ryan Brodo says you'll be cooked more than a well-done Ralph Delavecchio steak on a hot summer's day.
What, Ralph likes his shit well done? Damn,
Yeah,
man.
We've all given him a hard time for that.
I'm good with medium, bro.
No butter required.
Oh, baby, it's all butter required right here. I'm required for everything.
There's so much that I'm not okay with about the way you delivered that sentence. Like, there's so much I'm not okay with.
Because I'm that big tub of love all the ladies want to spread on their bread.
All right, that was good. I'll give you that. That was really good. The other stuff, not so much. But that was okay. God bless America. Fuck. But I wanted it fresh in my head because it was so incredible. And MJF goes on to tell this story about how he had a tryout. Oh, big shot. Nope. Tells the story how he had his tryout for WWE and how William Regal pulled him aside and said, hey, send me your stuff every month. And then 3 months in, William sends him this email essentially saying, you're not good enough anymore. Do better.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just so incredible to watch. No, don't get me wrong. MJF delivers a phenomenal performance here and tells a great story. He's a great storyteller. But what I loved, and I even told you, I was like, look at William Regal. The more intense MJF got, the bigger the smile William Regal had. The bigger the turned little evil grin William Regal had. Because, one, I think he realized what was happening in the moment, like what kind of moment they were having together.
Yeah.
But also, two, it's that professional that William Regal is, and he knows, all right, we're getting to some real shit here, and we're able to really deliver on this. And I'm able to say that all I wanted you to do was to get better.
Mm-hmm.
And 7 years later, here we are, and he lights a fire under MJF.
I was about to say he has proven that he has gotten 1,000% better.
But he has also proven that he still has more work to do. Which leads us to the end of the night, which I think this was going to happen regardless, either this week, this past Tuesday, or this coming Tuesday. I think it was going to happen regardless. But MJF looks like he's going to cash in the moment, right then, right now, and then turns around and says, no, we're going to do it at full gear. I want to do this the right way. I want to prove all the naysayers wrong.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do it at full gear. And it was so well done on both men's part.
That it was.
And then how he gave Regal the chip at the end of the night. And MJF has had an incredible year, incredible promos. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. He is the next biggest star of this industry. He is the next world champion that everybody will be talking about. He's the next talent. He's the next Rowdy Roddy Piper that everybody's going to talk about. The villain you love to hate, but you still love him anyway.
Yep.
What's up, man? How are you? It's The Man 23 chiming in saying, hey, what up, y'all? What up, buddy?
What's up? What's up?
So it'll be something to watch. It'll be something to see. And see, Pete, I think so. Pete goes, can't wait until Regal joins MJF at Full Gear. I
That
called it,
big
and
turn.
I was sitting at karaoke Tuesday night, and the DJ at karaoke is a wrestler for an independent promotion, and he actually was their champion. He's wrestling in a few weeks um, at their version of a pay-per-view. I'll actually tell you right now because I want to show him some love because he's an awesome person. It's Premier Wrestling Federation, and I believe his ring name is the Maniac.
Okay.
And he's wrestling. He's had a tables, ladders, and chairs match and all this other stuff. So we were talking about it, and we're watching it while we're waiting for the setup for karaoke. And I looked at him and I said, I think Regal is turning tonight on MJF if this match happens. Look at how Regal came down to the ring. He's going to turn on Moxley. Look at how he came down to the ring after the match. Look at how certain things were put in place that don't normally happen following a Moxley match.
Yeah.
Given the circumstances and all, take all that out of it, right? Take out the fact that we had to stop the match, all that. Things were put in place, and I think we're heading that way. We're on the road to
Regal managing MJF.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I can see it.
That would be a huge shakeup. What does that do to the Blackpool Combat Club?
Breaks them down. Breaks them
Does
up.
it though? Can they survive without William Regal?
I mean, they could, but at the same time, I mean, you haven't really seen them together that much lately.
No, you haven't. And I think it's one of those where we come together. We're like the Avengers. They're like the Avengers, right? They come together when needed, but they all act independently when they're not. You know what I mean? The man says Havoc was too entertaining, not much action except for the ambulance match. And he also is saying that Billy Gunn's going to turn on the Acclaimed. I'm calling it. I don't think that's going to happen for a while. They're making too much stupid money.
Oh, yeah.
With the Acclaimed right now. And
big time stupid money.
Scissor me daddy ass stuff. No. No, absolutely not. So, I loved it. I thought it was great.
Phenomenal promo, phenomenal.
It was, and it makes me excited for a championship storyline.
Mm-hmm. And the fact that we're getting the full match at All Out instead of a cash-in makes me honestly
it's
more...
not All Out, it's Full Gear.
Sorry, Full Gear. Makes me more interested in this match now. To see if MJF can truly do it on his own and win the big one.
And I think he will. I think this is when he does that.
Mm-hmm.
Phillies are 2 outs away from winning Game 4.
Woohoo!
Here comes Ryan with probably another update. I'm waiting for it. The man says Cora Jade and Roxanne stole the show. I don't know if that's true.
The ladder match is what stole the show for me.
The ladder match was really, really good.
Don't get me wrong now. Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez, that match was great. The Canadian Destroyer into the chairs was an amazing spot. I think probably the only lackluster spot in that match was being thrown off of the stand or whatever the hell they were on, the riser.
Mm-hmm.
They could have done that a little better because it looks a little cheesy the way, Roxanne just kind of turned around and fell backwards with.
Yeah, the delivery on that was rough.
You're like, Was she supposed to do that? Did they miss a cue on that spot? That looked a little bad.
1 out away. Nola strikes out swinging. And this city is going to explode. Did you see the video that the main page posted? I think it was early this morning about the guy who could hear the final strikeout a mile away. Oh my God, you got to go back and listen to it. It's pretty early on, but knowing how far away it is and where the complex is versus where houses are and things like that of the city.
Yeah.
And how clearly you hear the
crowd
roar of that. Oh, it gives you chills.
Damn.
So we're gonna change gears for it. I want to kind of call this as it happens.
Mm-hmm.
So Profar up to bat right now. The count's 1-1, 2 outs, top of the ninth. Phillies are up 10-6. Eflin winds up. There's the pitch. Ball 2. Yes. All right. It's hard doing this with no sound because you can't hear the ump calls, so you're waiting. You're just waiting and wondering. But there's not a single person sitting down right now. Line drive.
We are.
Yeah, right. Line drive, and it's over. That's ball game.
Yeah.
All right, so Phillies are up 3-1 with the deciding game tomorrow in Philadelphia.
Oh man, that crowd is gonna be fucking hot.
And they trailed 4-0 in the first inning. It's the largest comeback win in franchise postseason history. It's a tie with the 80 World Series and the 2010 NLDS. What an incredible game. It was tense all the way through, and then Phillies turned and burned, and now they're up 3-1. And only 15% of teams have overcome a 3-1 deficit to win the series. So the odds are in Philly's favor to go to the World Series one more time.
Let's do it, folks.
So, all right, I got that out of the way. I wanted to call that live, just because I could.
Blam! Such good shit.
It's such good shit, damn
it. Oh. So how about that teaser for Uncle Howdy?
Oh, man.
They showed more of... I mean, I don't know that we could call him Uncle Howdy yet, but I mean, he did come out and just say howdy.
Yeah, we were calling it earlier. The man 23 says Astros Phillies World Series. I'm calling it. Yeah, we called it earlier. I've been saying, you can ask the guys at HED when Philly won and went to the NLCS and the Astros went to the ALCS. I was like, I want this bad. I want this really bad. Like, bad enough to where just out of spite, I'm ordering a Phillies jersey. I think. I haven't owned one in years since Jimmy Rollins was on the team.
Makes me want to order an Astros jersey at this point.
Right? But I would just wear it at work after they win. I get told to go home, but I'd wear it at work.
So you wear it on a Saturday so you can get sent home early.
Damn right. You damn right.
But, back to what I was saying, that promo coming in and then just that howdy. And then that crazy mask-looking facial feature with the hat and oh my God.
I like the transition from what we saw at the end of SmackDown last week with Bray and how it cut to the white rabbit face, whatever we're calling it, the masked entity.
Yeah.
and then to the Bray that we saw this week, where it was still that somber, almost real conversation, but then it was
I'm blaming you for all this.
exactly like he turned it without changing any inflection in his voice or anything like that.
Without missing a beat, just I'm blaming all of you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, ooh. And then the QR code for this week.
Yeah, I couldn't catch it. What did it reveal?
I need to bring that up. Give me a second. It revealed a psych evaluation for Bray Wyatt. It revealed. Oh man! It revealed a number, and that when you called the number, God, what did it say? Hold on, I'm trying to find it. I can't find it. Come on.
You're losing me in interest.
I know.
Moving on.
I'll find it.
But it was the change in everything. The change in the lack of change, I should say, in his voice, in his whatever. And here come the one more game comments. Here we go. Genio? I don't want to say that wrong. Yeah, Alan, one more game. Absolutely. We just called the end of the Phillies game as we recap Halloween Havoc, as we talk NXT, as we talk AEW, WWE. We checked in on the Phillies. The Phillies did win. They are one more game before they head back to the World Series.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about.
You still haven't found it yet?
No, I know I saw it today. I'm trying to find it now. There we go. Let's see. It brought up the psychological evaluation of Bray Wyatt. So, client refused to sign. Difficulty showing remorse or empathy, conflict with social norms. And then the only other thing it says, disregarding or violating the rights of others. And then when you call the ID number, because apparently the ID on here actually gave a number, was a phone number you could call. Mm-hmm. The voice says, "You're lost, not me. We never lost control." It's saying you're lost, and then it comes back with, "Not me. We never lost control."
Didn't watch Halloween Havoc. Can I get a 1 to 10 rating?
Say about a 9.
See, I would probably go 7 or 8.
Lowest I'd go to be an 8.5.
Just the lack of the two titles not changing hands again.
At least one of them should have changed hands. At least one.
Yep.
I'd have been happy with one changing and not the other. Because we knew we were going to have one new champion on the show. One. Yeah. With the ladder match. But what we didn't get was a new champion, period, in the other two. So we better get some sort of new tag team champions on Tuesday, otherwise I'll riot.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be too happy if we don't get some kind of new tag titles, and I don't want the girls to lose their titles, honestly. Mm-hmm. Mostly because I'm big fans.
You just want Pretty Deadly to lose because you're tired of looking at those idiots.
Yeah, that's a big piece there.
You know you want to dress like Pretty Deadly for Halloween?
No. Hell no. No. Fuck no.
It'd be pretty deadly in everybody's eyes.
I want to talk about very, very quickly here because there's not a whole lot to talk about. Jey Uso.
Oh man.
This is a real simple question, right? We don't need to go into long form about how about certain things. It's a 2-part question. One, What kind of consequence is he going to have to face following the disobeying Roman's orders not to attack Logan Paul? And 2, will Sammy be punished as well?
I think at best Jay gets sent home for a while, and then Sammy will get punished because this is Sammy's. Because he told Sammy, "This is your problem. You have to keep it. You have to deal with it." So Jay not listening, both are getting in trouble. I think Sammy's going to get the worst of it. There will be repercussions for Jay, but I think Sammy's going to get the worst of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would have to agree to that statement, and especially being the honorary Uce and being the one kind of in charge of Jay.
Mm-hmm.
I think you make very good points there that it's going to come down hard on Sammy, who's going to in turn take it out on Jay. I think that's what's going to happen there. But it's cut and dry. We've got in 2 weeks, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
Yep.
We've got Crown Jewel.
I mean, this could be where we see Sammy break.
It is. It would set up for Survivor Series because you're going to have to start doing that.
Mm-hmm. But yes, I can see a big hefty smackdown. No, on Jay and Sammy, but Sammy getting the biggest blunt of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were all in agreement. Hey, yeah, let's listen to Roman. Let's not defy him. And I think Jay's defying Roman because he has to listen to Sammy, and he doesn't want to listen to Sammy. It's kind of like when mom and dad go on, leave you as the babysitter, and the little ones don't want to listen to you because you're their brother. You don't tell me what to do.
Yeah. Who are you? You're no better than I am.
Exactly. 100% agree.
Absolutely. Man, I really don't have a whole lot else. Halloween Havoc was, in the grand scheme of it all, kind of lackluster. We didn't get any big surprises. We didn't get any big returns. We didn't get anything that kind of shook things up a little bit. And this week in wrestling, it was very, very much MJF stealing the show. Jay Uso kind of defying orders and going against the grain. You saw Brock and Lashley lock it up. Lashley putting Brock through the table, but that's all billed for Riyadh, and it was just, that match is just a match to have a match.
Strowman and Omos.
Yeah, so we're getting a lot of big people together. Some of these one-offs that are going to get a pop regardless because they're in Riyadh. So it's a place to do it. We saw the return of the OC. That was last week.
What's the big, my thing also is, what's the big secret that the Miz is holding in that Gargano wants to blow the whistle on?
Regarding Loomis.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I think it might have something to do with Indy.
Ooh. That would be a good one.
Mm-hmm. Because you could set up Indy and Dexter versus Miz and Maurice.
Yes.
You could very easily set that up.
Yeah. That I didn't think about the Indy portion.
See, and Damien says, hate to say this, but Triple H starting to follow in Vince McMahon's footsteps by how he did the main event. Everyone was expecting Theory to cash in tonight, and nothing happened. Big disappointment. I think, and we talked about it earlier. I don't know if you were here. But we talked about it earlier, and we said something to the effect of it created some doubt and some thought of having Theory walk out on Tuesday and kind of show Braun, I've got this money in the bank, I can use it on you.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's adding that one extra element of mind games. Because now you could very easily turn around and say, okay, well, Braun Breaker had to also keep in mind Austin Theory could have come down and done this. Not having Theory come out tonight, I don't think is a huge disappointment.
No, I think the bigger disappointment will be the title not changing hands. Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine.
I think the bigger disappointment was the title not changing hands. But Theory cashing in would have been kind of cool, but at the same time, like you said, I agree to the point that it just made Braun Breaker more leery, had to think a little more on his feet about, ooh, should I be worried about him cashing in or should I be worried about these two dolts?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see Tuesday night if anything happens.
Tom Arnone, my guy. Sorry, I was locked in on Phillies. No, man, you're good. You are good.
Understandable, Tom. Understandable, buddy.
This sets up a potentially very, very big agree to disagree tomorrow night, post Phillies game, when the Phillies are going to the World Series. Like this is going to tomorrow's you can't miss tomorrow's agree to disagree by no stretch of the imagination, because it's going to be a recap of the game. And it's going to be a preview of the Phillies, of the World Series. Because with the Astros win today, I think the Astros are up.
They're one game away.
Are they?
Yep,
so the
they're
World
3-0.
Series, yeah, they're 3-0. So theoretically, tomorrow, the World Series field could be set.
Oh, do both play tomorrow?
Both play tomorrow. Phillies first, Astros second.
That's going to be crazy because you've got both NFL and baseball on tomorrow. Oh my God! One with World Series implications and one with a.
But here's the benefit for Philly fans: the Eagles are on a bye this week.
Yes, that is true. I'm just saying in NFL in general.
And so are the fucking Texans.
Yeah, who cares?
I know. I think they're on a bye. And besides, even if they
are... No, they're not on the bye. They're playing... I think they're playing the Cowgirls. No, they're not playing the Cowgirls.
The Raiders.
The Raiders. They were on the... They had their bye week last week. I don't care about the Texans anymore. They've lost it for me. Last year was it. I was done. Couldn't do it anymore.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you there.
They had all this time to do good and fucked it up.
But that being said, we're going to wrap up here because I really don't want to get into a full-blown sports conversation on this.
Yet again.
There's 15 other shows here on this platform that do it.
We talk sports entertainment.
Show. But no, we had a good week in wrestling, but it was a good week, but it was also a week where it's like you almost expected things to happen.
Yep.
So I can't be mad about it. I'm very excited to see where we go from here with all storylines. As we do get ready for Riyadh, as we do get ready for Riyadh, as we do get ready for Survivor Series, because as soon as I get back from Vegas, it's Survivor Series time.
Yeah.
So we'll see you guys next week. Actually, hold on. Todd just asked a question. So who do you guys think is winning between AEW and WWE? I'm gonna because I like Todd and Todd's a good guy. I'm gonna answer this question in the.
I've got a good answer for this one too.
In the most respectful way possible.
And mine's respectful.
The fans.
Thank you. Hey, you read my fucking mind.
now to further that, I personally don't give a shit who's winning between the two of them.
No.
Because they're out there doing what they're supposed to be doing.
You read my damn mind. Holy shit.
Exactly. But we're going to get out of here. Todd, we love you, buddy. We love all you guys in the chat. Make sure, again, guys, I can't stress to you enough. how important tomorrow night's Agree to Disagree just became and how much of a must-watch it is tomorrow night. So make sure you
Big
check
time
out
watch.
Tom, Sweeps, Wilson, Greg, all those guys over there. We will see you next week, God willing, because it's going to be scary around here if it's Phillies Astros. We want to thank Alan Z Travel, specializing in creative vacation your dreams at Disney Universal or wherever your heart calls you. Let their talented team of travel experts create a custom vacation for you without any of the stress. Alan Z on over to alanz-travel.com/take the trip to start planning your next magical vacation right now. For Butters, I'm Ritz. We will see you guys next week. Go Phillies. Tell somebody you love them. Peace, love, and joy. We are out of here.